If you want to be a successful e-commerce store owner this year, I've got for you a few tips that actually have been great for successful e-commerce sellers in the last 2 to 3 years. So this is pretty good, especially because you can apply those tips regardless of the niche you're in. So that's really good. Okay. So first of all, you want to be honest in your sales copy. Don't try to play games with customers. Okay. I don't care what you're selling. I don't care whom you're selling to. Honesty is going to carry the day every time. Okay. The cool thing is that if you are trying to be successful, you got to be you got to be straight up with your customers. You got to be straightforward with them, and customers will appreciate the integrity. And you got to have that integrity because trust is something that takes time to build and a few seconds to lose. So if you're trying to really play games, if you're not honest in your sales copy, this could really backfire on you big time. Okay. So the most important thing is you want to be a successful multi-million or multi-billion dollar sales, e-commerce seller. Be honest with your potential customers. The second thing is you want to get more ad clicks with ad extensions. It's something that a lot of folks don't think about. The thing is that if you are selling stuff online, ad extensions are a no-brainer because this feature is actually available on AdWords and Bing, for instance. And the cool thing is this feature allows you to make your ad bigger with more places to click. Okay, and it doesn't cost any extra, and also it increases your ads click through rate. Okay, and if you are able to actually increase your CTR, your ad CTR, the search engines are going to think that your ad is really it's really powerful. Okay, and that's what you want. You want to have a high CTR. So get more ad clicks through with ad extensions. The third thing is if you want to be a successful multi-digit e-commerce store owner, you want to show off customer testimonials and trust signals. We are in an environment nowadays where everybody's just trying to, like, customers wants to see proof that your store is actually reliable, that your store can be dependable. So if you have this kind of social proof, this is going to elevate your sales process. I'm speaking about product pages, landing pages, pricing page, or even your homepage, right? It's all about making sure that you are tapping into social proof, telling potential customers that, hey, listen, my product is really fantastic. If you want to be a successful e-commerce store owner this year, you have to really tap into customers' psychographics, customers' psychology, customers also the seasonality, the timing. Okay, you want to always create a sense of urgency. See, the thing is, when people talk about creating a sense of urgency, this is not just in your ad or in your CTA. CTA, for instance, call to action. You can say, buy now, get one for free now, now, now. This urgency, this sense of urgency, has to be something constant in your copy, in your sales copy. Okay, because customers are bombarded with so many ads, with so many articles, with so many notifications. So if you don't create a sense of urgency in your sales copy, why should they buy from you in the first place? Okay, because they can go to the your rival and buy the same product. You're not having like a specific product to actually sell unless you have a, let's say, a private brand. But no, so you want to create a sense of urgency big time so that your customers can buy now, not later. You also want to offer a bulletproof money back guarantee. See, the cool thing about money back guarantee is that you are actually signaling to the customers that, hey, listen, I trust my product. I trust the quality of my product so much that I'm willing to reimburse you if for any reason you're pissed about the quality. That really sends a strong signal to the customers big time because it tells them, hey, listen, you know your product and you stand behind your product. Okay. So that's kind of cool. So that's really cool. You want to, because people don't want to have a buyer's remorse. Okay. So if you want to overcome the buyer's remorse objection, you want to have a money back guarantee. You also want to offer fewer choices. Don't try to really confuse your customers with so many choices. No, sometimes to increase sales, it's just a lot better to have three, four, or even five choices as opposed to having 50 or as opposed to having 20. okay, or 15 for that matter. So the fewer, the more quality, the better. Okay, simply because I said you should have fewer choices doesn't mean you have to have, let's say, low quality. Okay, trying to see actually the right spot for you in terms of quality product, but also the offer. How many is a good number? Well, take a look at your rivals and see what your rivals are doing, especially those that are kicking ass in the industry. Those are really better than you. See how they're playing the games, and you can just emulate their game too. If you are trying to be a successful e-commerce store owner this year, I want you to really understand that you want to go after lookalike audiences. This goes back to what I said earlier about psychographics, right? Psychographics actually is an intersection of psychology, but also geography. So, but also demographics, by the way. The cool thing is that those lookalike audiences on Facebook are going to carry your e-commerce store big time. Why? Because they have the same interest, they have probably the same geography, they have the same preferences, and that's what you want. You want to really sell to folks who are going to really have your product at heart. Okay, if you are trying to be a successful e-commerce store owner this year, you also want to really reduce friction in the checkout process, okay? Because the checkout process is going to be instrumental in making sure that you are actually having the sales, okay, and boosting your sales in the process. So don't try to really complicate the checkout process. Make it as smooth as possible and make sure that customers are happy about their products, okay? They have to be happy. They have to feel good. You want to have this sort of feel good attitude or feel good vibes coming from your checkout page. And speaking about the checkout page, you want to provide as many payment options as possible because again, your customers want to have choices. Your customers do have choices with the other rivals, other sellers. So you want to have the same choices. And by choices, I'm speaking about having things like Apple Pay, having Google Wallet payments, having Stripe, having WePay, whatever it is, okay? Consumers have more choice than ever before in terms of how they actually pay for goods and services, and not everyone prefers to use American Express. Just get that in your mind now, okay? So if you're able to offer more payment options, including newer services, okay, you are able to really get a lot of sales. That's really fantastic. If you're trying to be a successful e-commerce store owner this year, you want to invest in quality product images, and gone are the days of having of presenting let's say low resolution images to customers. No, you want to take your customers seriously. Again, remember, they have access to so many sellers right now. So if they come to your store, this is really a big favor they're doing to you. So please treat them as you would treat a queen or king by showing quality product images. Okay, so basically, given how important appearance is in relation to how we perceive things, including other people, it stands to reason that investing in quality product photography will have a similar effect on visitors to your site. Okay, you also want to get rid of your landing pages. The landing pages actually are going to really how do I say it? If you remember, I said reduce the friction in the checkout page, right? So some people might say, well, why landing pages? Well, because a landing page actually is going to send customers to and not to the final checkout page. So if you can really put the info on the checkout page, why even put in the landing page right away? Okay. Now I'm not really saying that eliminate you should eliminate landing pages unnecessarily, but the whole idea is to actually not push, to actually guide the customer, okay, towards the checkout page real fast, okay, as fast as possible. The whole idea here is that you do not want to have any distraction, any unnecessary distraction, even though there is no necessary distraction. You don't want to have any distraction actually throughout the checkout process, okay? So ask yourself today, whether or not the landing page that you have actually is necessary. If not, just get rid of it. Okay. And also, you want to think about giving Gmail ads a try. Okay. So now the thing is, Gmail ads are going away, but actually, Google Ads is now inserting some of their ads in Gmail ads. Okay. And the cool thing is that Gmail ads are going to really help you if you are in a specific industry or your target audience actually spends more time via their email. So something to really think about. If you are trying to be a successful, a thriving e-commerce store owner this year, you want to actually keep messaging consistent across campaigns and your site. Don't let people actually go to your site and read one thing and then they go to your ads, they read something else, and then they go to your landing page, they read something else, then go to your social media, they read something, and that's really confusing. I mean, who wants to have that? I mean, people start asking questions about who's this seller? I mean, what's this brand about? You do not want to have that confusion. You do not want to have that kind of confusion in people's minds, right? So be consistent through in your communication when it comes to branding, when it comes to your overall promotional strategy. If you are trying to stand out as an e-commerce seller, okay, you also want to answer every question and address every objection in your copy. So if you are trying to by copy, I mean this can be your newsletter, it can be your ads, your ad copy, it can be your landing page, it can be a blog article, whatever it is. Okay. So the thing is that you have to understand your customers are going to have questions. They are going to have objections because your product is not the first one. Even if is the first one in the niche, you're not perfect. So your product is by definition not perfect, which means people are going to have objections. People are going to have people will be scared at least at first to embrace the new product that you have. So if you answer every question and address every objection in your copy, that tells the customer that you know your product very well and that you know them very well too. Okay, and that works two ways as a matter of fact. Another thing I want you to really do is to actually think about give away as much as you possibly can for free. Okay, people love free stuff, and the more you give away for free, the more favorably prospective customers are likely to perceive you and your brand, which can actually result in more online sales, right? It's all about giving if you want to receive. You got to give to receive. So it's one of those things where you have to see also how much your product costs and what are the trends in your psychographics. If you're trying to be a successful, a thriving, a 6-digit, 7-digit, 8-digit e-commerce store owner, you want to create and target detailed buyer personas. This goes a little back to what I said about psychographics. So the more you know your buyer persona, the more you actually identify your buyer persona, the more you know your customers' psychographics, the better it is. Okay, so you actually can sell to them more. You can really talk to them. You can communicate with them in the way, shape, or manner they want to really they want to be talked to, if you will. Okay, that really helps you big time because you're able to establish your relationship. You can nurture that relationship. You can incentivize your potential customers to keep coming back to you all the time. Also, pricing is important. You want to implement tiered pricing. The thing is that if you want to be a successful e-commerce store owner, don't just have a one flat price. No, you want to diversify your pricing because you are going to appeal to different types of customers. Okay, customers are not, let's say, a monotonous or let's say like let's say a homogeneous sort of cluster. No, they are diverse. Customers are different. Okay, some people are going to love the certain prices, while others will just be like they'll be pissed at the price if they think that the price is too high. What I'm trying to say is that if you implement tiered pricing, you are able to tap into several portions of your potential market. You do not want to put all your eggs in the same proverbial same basket, right? You want to diversify. You want to look out. You want to really see what's out there, and that's what you want. You want to have the possibility. You want to give your potential customers the possibility of choosing variance when it comes to pricing, but also when it comes to the product itself, the products themselves. You also want to add an opt-in pop-up offer to push them over the edge. Okay. So if you are looking to increase sales in retail, don't ignore the potential of opt-in offers. Those are prompts that encourage people to sign up for your newsletter, mailing list, or loyalty programs. So using opt-in offers can not only significantly increase, let's say, the number of contacts in your database, which you really need, because if you have a large number of contacts in your database, this is the major assets for, let's say, future email marketing campaigns. Okay, and those opt-in offers can also increase online sales in the short term. So that's kind of cool from a flexibility point of view, especially if you are trying to diversify your revenue base. If you want to really be a successful e-commerce store owner, I want you to really grow online sales with mobile optimization. Okay, I mean, nowadays a large portion of e-commerce is happening on mobile. Okay, and with apps such as Declutter, eBay, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, or even Shopify's Shop app. Okay, so mobile is going to be very big in the next few years, and you want to be there if you are trying to really get a portion of the market. Okay, and so make sure that you are able to optimize the mobile version of your site. You also want to impress new customers with an amazing follow up email. See, it's all about communication, and first impression matters, not just offline but also online. So if you have a great, amazing follow-up email, you are able to actually impress your new customers big time, especially when it comes to the their perception of the brand. Okay, and that's what really matters anyway. You also want to nail your value proposition, and you want to make it immediately obvious. And when I speak about value proposition, you basically have three types of value propositions. You have relevance, how your products or service will solve customers' problems; the quantifiable value, so the specific benefits your product or service offers; and the differentiator, why customers should buy from you and not a competing company. So that's kind of important. If you actually put forward your value proposition, make sure you address those three items. Okay, especially if you are in a very competitive niche. So the more competitive your niche is, the more you need to really have this sort of value proposition. So essentially, your value proposition is the primary reason customers should buy from you, not your competitors, and the promise of the value prospects will receive by investing in whatever you are selling. Okay, so that's actually the bottom line. If you are trying to really become a successful e-commerce store owner, you want to use the voice of the customer for more resonant ad campaigns. Okay, so basically, you want to use the tone. If you're selling to a younger audience, use their language. If you're selling to a more mature audience, use also the appropriate language. So you want to speak to customers in a way they understand. You also you want to pinpoint your best attribution and conversions paths. Okay, so basically, if you are trying to really reach customers, you want to really stand out. Okay, and your conversion paths actually are going to help you big time increase your sales, but also stand out. You want to actually talk to your prospects on social media. A lot of e-commerce store owners think that they have to really just invest in PPC or they have to have a great Shopify storefront or whatever. But social media is actually a big place where it's actually happening at. Okay, This is where it's at. Okay, basically, you have if you take Facebook for instance, you have 3 billion folks using Facebook actively every month. That's a lot of people. That's a whole lot of people. So if you're able to reach out to your potential customers through social media, you are going to do very good over time. You also want to use remarketing to close way more deals. The cool thing is that whether you are remarketing your content or a specific time-sensitive sale offer, remarketing is arguably the single most effective way to increase sales online. Not only does remarketing keep your brand at the forefront of prospects' minds, it also provides would-be customers with numerous additional opportunities to convert. Okay, so that's kind of cool, especially if you are trying to really boost your sales in a scalable manner. That's the key word, in a scalable manner. So as an epilogue into this conversation, I spoke to you about tips on being a successful e-commerce store owner this year. I gave you a total of 25 tips. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.